Hi everyone, it's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. Today we talk about living for today. Now, the idea of living for today can have many meanings, and while this can seem confusing, the intention is to encourage you to live life as much as you can by your terms. So, how do we do this in a world that demands so much from us? How can we do the things we want to do or the things we want to try when there just aren't enough hours in a day? Now, think for a moment and evaluate what are some things you really like to do. It can be anything. It can be things you've always wanted to try, such as hobbies, adventures, learning something new, taking up old activities that used to bring you joy, but you stopped doing them because you had responsibilities. You might even rationalize that you had to grow up. You know what I mean. Work, paying bills, appointments, the works. I've had many things I've actually set aside for myself with the idea that I would give them a try once I retire. I tell myself that I can learn the activities and achieve these things later on. And while I did retire from teaching, I'm far from retired from working. I even have a room in our house where we're living that's ready for me to take up hobbies because I thought if I had the space, I could freely work or practice on whatever it was. I realize it's my mindset. As I am so focused on building my practice and working my other businesses, I'm not allowed to take the time to explore other curiosities and interests. And at what point do I adjust my time to incorporate the things I want to do and try with all the things I have to do that are necessary? Where's the balance? So turning this into your direction, what are things that you're doing or not doing that you wish you could take on if you had time and if time wasn't a factor? We shouldn't have to compromise ourselves as we are truly at our best when we have joy and contentment. Ask yourself, as I have done for myself, what are you doing that isn't contributing to a living life in a positive manner? And exchange the time-consuming distractions, not the requirements, but there are distractions. Try exchanging those distractions and adding in activities that bring you joy. It doesn't take a lot. In fact, taking the time to do the things you enjoy and resurrecting old hobbies can provide much needed relaxation. As when we're engaged in behavior we enjoy, have you ever noticed that time does pass quickly? And we may find ourselves happier and even more fulfilled. Consider that this isn't a chore. Isn't this what life should be about? Is doing things that bring you joy and fulfillment. So take some time to evaluate what activities you miss in your life or what new things you want to try and do them. And as you do them, give yourself grace and remember to treat others with grace. Even if we want the same things in life, how we get there is going to be different. So there is no right way, there is no wrong way, there is only your way. And that's it. I'd like to thank you for watching this week's edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy, and I'll be back next week. Take care, everyone.